Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I am your reader, Melissa Joy. Seems like we may be taking a retreat from your readings for a little while, as Taurus doesn't really seem to show up supportive at this channel. And since we're in a world of relationships, it should be a two-way street, right? So if you do like these, you could drop a comment down below, even if it's simply an emoji, and let me know, hey, it does help. Thank you for showing up. It's important. Okay? Well, and if that's the case, then we'll see and we may adjust from there. But it was interesting that this showed up as your card in this week of knowing how to step into our miracles reading. It's about beauty and love and all these amazing powers that are coming in for you, the support of spirit. These are background cards that are coming in for the whole week's read, and really getting into the things that cause you to abound in life and flourish and thrive, and also powerful love. So, the power of love. Let's get some of these kind of starseed cards going on here for you, Taurus. Ooh, we got fire and yellow dog. A bit of calming it down, some more gentler energy coming in, dealing with things with that gentler energy will help conserve and preserve. Instead of, especially after that Taurus North node that we've been through, I'm sure it's been feeling like burning bridges and hellfire coming down, and I'm done with this and through with that, and like some stomping maybe. But they're saying, let it fall. Let it go. When things come in that disturb you, just let it. Just like that leaf falling, just be like, oh, okay, that's dead. Those things coming at you are dead things seeking your life. And they come in and can cause some sorrow. Ooh, a crystal card has slipped up in here. Talk about some cosmic wisdom and knowledge with apophyllite. Wow. It's really hinting at you know so much better than to cheapen yourself by giving yourself into that death threat. It could be somebody's cruel words. It could be their rejection. It could be their lies. And then you're trying to work through the lies for them. Friend. Cheapen. Don't cheapen yourself. Apophyllite's here to support you. Guess they're going to do what they can for you here, Taurus, because this is not my crystal deck. And I love that deck and the fact that they showed up to support you. Their consciences. Their vibrating cosmic consciences. And this one is showing up to say, don't do that to yourself. Don't weaken yourself and keep yourself in this cycle of grief. Because maybe you too need to get out of one-way streets. Hashtag ministries, okay? Ministries are when you know that you're given to something that is not going to give back to you. So if you're in something that you deem a relationship and you call a relationship and it's not given back to you, that's not a relationship, friend. It is a ministry. And maybe you have a reverend beside your name or you chose to volunteer. But that could create a lot of the sorrow, the grief, and the misplaced expectations. Because you're seeking to gain something and connect with something. That's the real gain, the connection with something that isn't connected to you. Okay, it might be feeding off of you, latching on like a baby gets some milk when it needs, feeding off your words and all that power and life that you're pouring into it. But power and life will not return to you. And that could be a major disconnect and a reason for the source of grief. Is you see something totally different coming out, more frustration, more problems, maybe a few good days, enough to kind of string you along, be like some empty promises, and then boom, there it comes again. So that's just a little peep into it. That's all I got to say. So yeah, Gabriel might have something to say, girl. His throat be lighting up, like his throat's lighting up with that apophyllite. You see it, it's like glowing like that, going cosmic wisdom coming in for you, Taurus. It's powerful stuff. If you can get a laugh out of me after the couple of days I've had, emergency room, up vomiting all night with vertigo. Oh my goodness. Did he just not come out again? He came out correct, but then it flipped down when I was like, what? I flipped him over, y'all. Okay, Gabriel. He's got that power in his hand. He's talking about true service. True service. Service to to the divine. And that involves not casting your pearls before swine. And we can think the pearls are the word of wisdom, but no, it's the way of wisdom, friend. It is you yourself. It's saying, why are you continuing to avail yourself? Why are you continuing to avail yourself to things that bring you grief and sorrow that are just dead anyway? I'm going to say it, Taurus. The relationship you're in is dead. Okay? It could be business. It could be whatever else. But what you've been connecting with that isn't coming back to you and isn't connecting with you, and you're pouring forth one type of energy when you're being vibrated by the problems or the conflicts or the destruction, and it's vibrating back another. Okay. All right, Gabriel. Well, so since you took over the reading, Gabriel, bring in some wisdom from the tarot deck. Let's see if this one will move for you. It wouldn't even move for Pisces. The energy is thick and strong right now. It's people working through some thick stuff. Maybe some foundational things. Maybe some things that have been around for years. It would be akin to a parent passing and you having to go through all their belongings and clear out their house just to get it sold, right? Heavy stuff. It could be a relationship that you've poured so much into that seemed good and just seemed like, anything else that people were going through. A dis of 5 of cups are not good, okay? Because that's a moth up at the top. And moths are predators. You see that death skull up on that bitch? It's on that bitch hard, I'm telling you. So I don't know what tiny little fantasy world you trying to paint up here, friend, but it's called retreat. And retreat is what you do when you cut your losses. It's what you do when you're going to end up dead. Okay? Some of you, that may be true, like in an abusive relationship, and get out of there. I don't tend to speak of those type of harsh things here, but it could even just be a great soul death. I was going through a tremendous soul death, and the kind you almost can't come back from, and it was like, get out of there, get out of there. Some of you, that retreat is like cutting your losses in something that you've been in for a really long time, and it's about to turn you into a source of bitterness that can squat and take up years of your life. Heretofore. Who is that? Somebody's talking about some legalities, because that's some legalese there, all right? So it might be involving a divorce, so a marriage. Separation of, why are you saying products? That could be a business, okay? Separation of products, separation of goods. It could also be a divorce in a marriage, a divorce in business, maybe your business partners as well, and having to separate that out. So lots of legal trash you're going to have to be wading through. But there's promise on the horizon. This doesn't mean you're defunct and there's something wrong with you. It just means there's something wrong with this relationship. And it's talking about the connection with who you're connected with. Okay? So there's some people that we connect with that the road winds down and it winds out. And it's not so much just about the person. So they're talking about don't get sucked up in that. It really has to do with the season of life. A lot of us, if you're near my age, you came into this world of, things last forever. People keep their job forever. You get to retire. You get pension. What world are we living in? We're living in the world of 401k and downsizing and people being dispensable. You can't believe it happened there and it didn't happen in the home. Okay? I mean, when like up to 50% of our children are on drugs for mental health and having to see therapists, it's not the world we're living in, okay? This is a fractured world and a difficult world, which is why I'm grateful that they're still giving me strength and energy and hopefully resurrection power to come through everything and keep this channel going, because this channel is about believing in the world of peace, love, and happiness, and not, tra-la-la, but also not tra-la-la. Like really the strength and capability to move forward into your dreams, that the lies of this world that have caused the fracturing, that have caused these spirals, that have caused these, difficult endings going on here, to step into this world. See the fireflies. They're like your dreams coming to life in creatorship, living beings, not just like something that you sit there and you keep wishing on a star. It's something that's about who you are. And as you step forward into those dreams and those desires, as opposed to denying them, and you begin to breathe life to them, then life can begin to engage with you in the creatorship. I mean, that magic of the firefly, that's pretty special. That is pretty special right there. So, let's see. I wanted to see if anything else wanted to come out. A couple more cards. 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. Wanting some love and money. That would definitely be an earth sign. Wanting your love and your money. And you're like, hello, I hope these cards are in here, y'all. The screen is so bright and I can't exactly tell. So let me dip. Let me put them here. And I love these because being an animal tarot deck, they're only here to give the advantage. And as you can see, it's pulling it away from people and it's getting into your power. You. This channel is all about you. Star of the show. You, and you. Not me. I'm just applying a perspective of what I see in the energy going on around you. Like if you don't have a mirror and you're trying on an outfit and you're like, should I buy this without a mirror? I'm going, oh yeah. Oh wait, does that bother you right there? Let's stretch it this way and see. And then it's like, well, try on another one and let's then compare it. And you put on the next one, instantly you feel it. And then I see it and you feel it on my face. And you're like, that's the one. I'm like, that's right. That's what we are here doing. And that's what these are coming in about. It's like, you'll know it when it's for you. All right? When there's all this struggle and there's this tug of war, that's competition. And there isn't competition in relationships. Because then that means the person's going to use what's outside of them, the environment, you, everything else, in order to make themselves feel better or to rise, or they're coming out of the power of Uranus, resistance, pushback, kickback, that type of thing, in order to pressure to move forward. And those aren't healthy environments in which these energies flourish. I mean, these are gentle creatures. Look at that water buffalo. They so sweet. Look at that soft little nose. Oh my goodness. So it's being able to gentle yourself and have this connection. See, this 6 of Pentacles is your connection with life. That's furthering. It's y'all, it's ended this topic. Look, we're just leaving that and we're zooming in on this, okay? That's what Gabriel's saying. He's like apophyllite. He's saying epiphany, my friend. Epiphany. And look at this. Restoring some relationships that maybe waned in the midst of trying to do this. And one that's relationship with yourself. So you can see many years have transpired in this way of thinking and that old way of being, okay? So let's get into the beauty of this, of you beginning to step into your true desires and to be honest with yourself. That's why that first part had to break off. There was some self-deception in there, some illusion, that old Neptunian energy being up in Pisces, that mirage that promises all this refreshment and oasis, and found my counterpoint in business and in life, and maybe even some false dreams. You sold yourself, things like that. And it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call and going, that's a dead branch. That's not a tree. That's sorrow, and in order to be fed, you have to be miserable. No. They're like, there's something so much greater. See, this is a divine relationship. There are different ones, like there's saprophytic, which means one gets fed while the other one diminishes. Then there's parasitic, which means one is going to get fed while the other one dies. And then there's beneficial. This is beneficial. There are 3 types of relationships in the nature kingdom, okay, friends? Kind of like the termite chews wood, but they can't digest wood. There's a little bacteria in their belly that does, so the bacteria gets fed. That's like this. See, that bird cleans any pests off of this water buffalo so it can relax and graze and keep going, because this is a food source for this guy. It's like a moving refrigerator, a living grocery store, okay? And so the water buffalo gets to be groomed and taken care of and graze in peace and live its life in peace. It doesn't have to give anything of itself. Nature and the dynamic of the systems of nature and the environment around it benefit each other. So where you were trying to find somebody who looks like you, who is like you, who y'all resonate and get so along, there's this other one that is like, just the environment is harmonious. So with the Six of Cups, I also want me to talk about these flags, friends, and stuff that we color them all like the rainbow and prayer flags and whatever. And it's like, so I could tell you about when I got married years ago. His name was the same name as my cousin, spelled the same way. It's not like it even dawned on me till sometime later. And they both had the same dad name. Their dads were both named the same thing. So they were both named Brian, they're B-R-Y, and both their dads were named Barry. I mean, it's really odd, okay? Strange. And then his brother is January 4th. I'm January 3rd. So his family, there was an older sibling and then two younger siblings born right next to each other. In my cousin's family, it was the same. And these are cousins I'd never spent time with. We're talking half a day a year, okay? And I wasn't even somebody that they vibed with because they called me a black sheep, like scourge of the family, because they were uber religious. And they're like, how could she be so natural? That's nasty. Of course, their whole family has seen life now too. So, but anyways, those things that you call, oh, that's so special. That must mean we're meant to be together. That must mean whatever. I'm like, he's saying, Apophyllite is saying that in love, that's karma. And karma is a bish. It's the bish. And it's full of dead stuff and cutoffs and endings. So often those things that we'll jump in and we're looking for these clues is to try and balance out some other cues that our self is giving us. Like either you stay up super late at night and you keep crossing your own boundaries to be around this person or to operate in business, and they're like, oh, I was so tired. I was out with my boyfriend last night, so I didn't get the reports done. You're like, oh, okay, I'll get them done, because you want the business to flourish and thrive. These are people who get you in the door, lock the door, take the key, and then they have freedom and go and live the life, and you keep thinking they're in it like you're in it. Those are the cues. The water buffalo is here to try and tell you. Apophyllite is trying to reveal to you. So we're just going to leave that as a bit of a cliffhanger, my friends, because it's some time to reflect and to sit and to think about that truth right there. All right, and to take a self-review, a life review, and to start being honest with yourself about mirage versus miracle. Okay, mira means to see, and to rise up and to give life to your personal dreams, and then start to see what happens there when your body, your soul, yourself, your spirit is giving you cues. Then abide by those cues, because something that might have started out as sort of decent can go the way of the wizard, right? If you're willing to cross your boundaries, because then that other party in the dynamic connection says, oh, they've got a lot to give. I'm just going to sit back and receive, because I'm telling you, some people don't have problems receiving. And then there's some people that do, and they're givers and overgivers. All right. So this is coming in as like a little bit of a warning, a little bit of a cue, is to check your balance. Okay. Check your balance and start looking at your energy balance and making a true assessment of where you are at right now in relationships and connections, and not pointing fingers at the people. Looking at the energy, looking at the bank accounts, looking at where you're at, and starting to make decisions based on how far you've come and what you're pouring into it and what you would like to receive from it. And then just have some truth checks, okay? Okay, instead of still being stuck back on those 5 little flags of synchronicity, which were actually red flags, going, those are signs that this is karma coming in. Trying to mend a situation through life lessons in Life University, which means someone's going to play and someone's going to pay. All right. Well, I love you guys. This may be our last. Who knows? All right. If you think it's good and it's helping you out, then leave some comments or emojis down below. Let's chat down there. Give it a thumbs up, a like, a share. Let me know. All right. Bye.